On Saturday morning when all the anglers arrive, it's almost, it's an awe-inspiring spectacle for all the volunteers that are greeting them when they come on. Because for the 6 months to 8 months prior, that committee has been working so hard putting together details to make it flow seamlessly. The 3 days before the event takes place, they built the second largest city in Crow Wing County out there on the ice. So, you know, the effort on the volunteers is something that a lot of people don't realize until they leave the tournament and say, wow, that thing was well set up and it was well operated, well run, with safety in mind, with fun in mind, with families in mind.
$10,000 people getting together, catching fish, and then as a huge byproduct of that, we're able to donate hundreds of thousands of dollars to a Confidence Learning Center and other charities. It's just the whole package.
It kind of becomes a second family. You know, you spend so many hours together, it all makes it worth it. You know, it's what I get out of this event is, one, the camaraderie and just kind of hanging out and enjoying the weather, but also doing the fun stuff, the giving back to the community that I grew up in, and you know, it's always been a fun time. There's so many different little things that all combine into making the whole experience what it is.
Just the amount of volunteers and the amount of hours that we put in, not just these 3 days, but throughout the year, just to get this contest organized, get it marketed, get all the sponsors in place, get vendors in place. The whole crew just goes above and beyond, so it's such a great event to be part of.
And it's really just a lot of fun to be part of something bigger than yourself. It's really neat to be in the Brainerd Jaycees where we're just 100 people in our 30s and 20s, and they let us do this. You know, the community kind of lets us bring 10,000 people in and put on this huge event, and it's kind of amazing just to be part of it.
It's just so awesome to see how everybody just works together, how we can raise a bunch of money, have a blast, give away a truck. It keeps me coming back because I just can't get enough of it every year.
Well, the Jaycees have tremendous committee chair people that organize and coordinate all of the volunteers. When you think of military operations that take place, everything starts from the top down. But it's really the bottom, the folks at the bottom that are doing the grunt work and getting the work done. And you know, out on the ice we see that. We see them high-fiving each other when they do something in record amount of time. We see them congratulating each other when they realize how successful they were in setting that tent up. It goes seamlessly because of all of the effort, the planning that takes place before the event, the tools and the planning that's put into place during the setup, all the way through the event to take down. I mean, 3 days to set it up, in less than 3 hours to tear it down, and the ice is left as clean as they arrived with.
You know, we donate to 50 plus or so charities locally, and almost every one of them comes out to help us put this on. It takes 500 volunteers to do this day of, not to mention the volunteers it takes to drill and set up tents. And outside of the Jaycees, we have 400, 500 people out here. So just the partnerships that we have, it's a great thing for everybody around. I've been doing this for 11, 12, 13 years or so now, and if you look around you and you're out here on the ice, it's pretty easy to know why people stick around and do this from year to year to year. You kind of get addicted to it.
It's so amazing to see the kids' faces at camp when we come and donate our time and give them a huge check, say, you know, thank you for being here. It's awesome. I'll come back every year, even when I age out of this stuff.
This is my 4th year here at the extravaganza, and I love how much people come out to celebrate just the good we can do for this community. It's obviously a wonderful ice fishing tournament, but we also are able to give back so much to the Brainerd community and a lot of organizations in the area. It's a lot of people that are out here daily, and it's really incredible what we do.
It's a ton of fun. We get to meet thousands of people that are excited to be out on the ice. It's a wonderful fundraising event, and volunteering is absolutely awesome. You get back a lot more than you put into it.
But you know, the extravaganza is family friendly, and People are encouraged to bring their kids out to be a part of it. The Jaycees recognize the need to give back to the ice fishing industry by helping grow the sport through introducing our youth to the sport of ice fishing. The Youth Olympics that the Confidence Learning Center facilitates during the event is just one example of that. I believe this year we had more than 200 kids go through the Youth Olympics, and this is an ice fishing obstacle course that the kids have to go and really demonstrate and practice each skill that's involved with ice fishing. From dragging the sled, to drilling a hole, to reading a locator, to correctly identifying a fish species, all the way to the finish line where they have to pick up garbage and throw it away. Again, we're trying to promote good stewardship, we're trying to promote growth in the industry. And I think that's one thing that's unique about the extravaganza, that it is family friendly. I've been bringing my child out there since he was 7 years old.
Camp Confidence, we work with people with developmental disabilities of all ages, from 0 up to, I believe our oldest was 101. And the really cool thing about camp is we like to focus on what people can do and their abilities versus their disabilities. It ends up to be like a family. I look forward to a lot of the groups that come back every year. I look forward to seeing them just like I would any family member.
I almost feel guilty when I get to see the impact of the extravaganza and all the volunteer efforts, because I know how hard everybody worked, and they're back to their jobs now, they're back to their family lives, but they don't get to see the campers successfully catching their first fish through the ice out here at camp. They don't get to see somebody that first thought that they couldn't go snowshoeing actually go snowshoeing out in the woods, and I get to see that every day, so it is a humbling experience. With the Jaycees and all the other community volunteers that are involved with the extravaganza, we know there are thousands of hours that go into it, in addition to thousands upon thousands of dollars in sponsorships. And that all does impact the camp and the Confidence Learning Center, but more importantly, it impacts the campers. And you know, with those dollars, we're able to provide year-round experiences with activities that include just about anything in the outdoors, from cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, ice fishing, inner tube sliding during the winter time, to pontooning and fishing and kayaking and archery and climbing during the summertime. And these are activities that are not available in their home communities. As a nonprofit that receives no state or federal tax dollars and relies only on charitable support, the extravaganza and the effort from the volunteers is truly appreciated, and it can't be measured. Well, I know personally, myself, our camp staff, but more importantly, our campers who attend camp each year, want to thank all of the Jaycees, all of the volunteers who gave so much of their time, along with the sponsors who really make this event happen through monetary support. The donation that comes to camp lasts year-round and will sponsor thousands of camper days this year.